So today I'm playing Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, which is the only game in this series, and certainly the only one that matters. No, I'm just kidding. But I have been thinking about it so much. It's almost a bit of a torment, as much as fun as it will be to play the rest of the trilogy. Just like, but my favorite. I don't give a fuck. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, cool. Hey, check this out. Everyone has seen this already, but I'm gonna make you look at it again. Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Talk to me. I tried so hard last time to get you to talk to me about this. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So, let me take a shot in the dark here. Based on everything that I've learned, all the evidence I've gathered, it was B&E, right? No? Okay, murder. A serial killing! You need to get your brain checked out, pal! Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. Because I'm definitely next! After all this time, if I poke my nose in, I'm gonna be killed somehow. But I'm totally safe with other murders, though. What even is that line of thinking? But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Wait, hold on. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? It sounds like Detective Gumshoe is a slob. Just like he said he wasn't. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. Also, can we talk about how fucking filthy that thing is? That thing never gets washed. I'm terrified of that coat he wears. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, make sure it's behind their back and not to their face. I feel really bad about everything right now. I'm gonna go cry. Okay, I already sprayed that, I guess. Probably sprayed everything. I kind of just like to go around doing this anyway, sometimes. It's good stress relief. What do I have to say in defense of... I'm sorry, what do you mean? Okay. I feel like I can't think of anything else I could be doing here? Oh, the way that he was a tactless fuckrag? The same way that he always is? I don't know, he can defend himself. That's his job, isn't it? What am I supposed to do about that? That's a him problem. That's a him decision. That's got fuck all to do with me. Hey, what do you got to say for yourself? I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina. No can do. I don't like you. I'm off to roam the lands like a tumbleweed on the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer. Oh, is that the prayer? Is the prayer? What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. You're just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, yes, but I am capable of using basic evidence at my disposal. Anyway, we need to get cracking on this investigation pronto. Hey, while you're hungry, why don't you tell me about yourself? Nope. Don't feel like it. He's capable of using it. Is he capable of using it correctly? Now, that is an open question. Oh my god, okay. Alright, okay. God fucking damn. Okay, I think this is what I'm supposed to do. Oh, right. Oh, I forgot about the fucking steak lunch. That's what the problem is. Okay. There we go. That one is what happens when you get too sick to stream for a week. There's always something. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas, where they serve you steak with a slab of butter on it and some veggies on a bed of rice in a bento box. Classic traditional Texas dinner. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Wait, what? What the fuck is your problem? Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. I don't know if I want to talk to him while he's eating. Can we give him an intermission? Well, I don't know. I think I forgot what they're actually called, but I think the snackoos are much more munchable than a steak. I'm not sure how he gets that much munch mileage out of a steak, but what do I know? Something like that. Yeah. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Okay, that sounds like a you problem. Anyway, he told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Now tell me the honest truth. You were at some really shitty Texas themed steakhouse that actually has nothing to do with Texas and sells the worst steaks known to mankind. Am I right or am I right? Oh, I think it's Carinto. That might be it. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but you're absolutely goddamn right. I have terrible taste in steaks. But that's not all. Since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. No desire to correct about it being a horse. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on this place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? No. I like the broccoli. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. Unfortunately, I'd end up being a detective instead. But that's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. But what kind of case was it, anyway? Hashtag #RBroccoli! Hashtag justice for broccoli! Hashtag broccoli love! Hashtag eat your veggies! I love broccoli! Broccoli Rights campaign! You've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. That was the worst steak of all, Bambina. There are some things you're just better off not knowing. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. Just like my will to live. 2 days ago. The day of our case. That's right. So you can count. That was when the evidence transferals happened. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do, and one of them's this knife. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina. Me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Oh, I see. He's this way because he didn't ever eat vegetables in his entire life. He should be used as a cautionary tale. This is what happens to you if you throw away all the vegetables and just eat steak. You should be ashamed of yourself. What right do you even have to have these cacti in your office if you're gonna talk down to their veggie brethren? Leave my fucking sight. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. And those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours, which seems like a bit too regular of an interval to me, but what the hell do I know, right? And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? Have you tried checking? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So, this is the ID card record. Broke, reckon, woke, checkin'. Hey! I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that. Uh-huh. I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They are kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? But if it's not uncovered in those 2 years, you can fucking forget about it, my man. We don't even hold on to our records as long as you're supposed to hold on to your tax records for audit. 'Cause we're just on another level, my man. So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened at SL9 2 days ago. Welp, looks like my work here is done, folks. Ain't no way, ain't no how. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. How many more times am I gonna have to say this before this case is over? Who fucking knows? Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match, scientifically speaking. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card! So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me! If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record. IDs of all who entered the evidence room on February 21st. ID card record added to the court record. Records inside of a record. I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Yeah, other people. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. That was the wrong thing to do. This one. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number? It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? ID card record updated in the court record. Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. Yeah, I mean... Wait, hold on, what's going on here? I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? Why do you have a fucking flyer for Trebian? That's such a random reference for him to throw in. The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. Oh, fuck. That's actually really sweet. Oh, yeah, I'm sure you see, the thing is, if there were no problems, I'm sure he would be very relieved to hear it. But the thing is, I don't think he's going to feel that way just because you tell him there are no problems. So, like, it's very sweet of you to try to show up for him like that. But I can't say that I think it's going to go over with any kind of success. He's so committed to trying to do good stuff for Edgeworth, but unfortunately, he doesn't actually understand what Edgeworth needs. I believe in him! Oh, God! You know, I just said this sentiment nicely. Phoenix, on the other hand, has no problem being a fucking jerk. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later! I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Like I really need to be goaded into it anyway. Hashtag my puppy. What a good day. I get to play Ace Attorney again, and not only that, we get to see Edgeworth. February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Oh. What? What the fuck is this guy doing here? Ah, yes. My apologies. Oh, it's you? Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? What? But he has tea in his office! You can't make yourself a damn cup of tea? No, there has to be but I don't understand. I completely forgot this, and I'm in a state of complete confusion about what is taking place here. Because why did the bellboy, why is he here? Why are we seeing his ass? He is so irrelevant. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. I just wanted to warn you ahead of time. Because he's probably gonna annoy the piss out of you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. Oh, God. The fact that only he would have had a much different reaction if he looked at the side that he was intended to see. But the other thing is, baby boy, I'm so sorry to tell you this. Please don't go. It's total dog shit, please. This is so funny. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Oh, I know what'll cheer you up. Wright, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright! Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. I mean, I thought flashing my badge and my best puppy dog eyes was gonna be the route to take, but he doesn't seem convinced. Non-consensual investigation. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes. Apparently, there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you? Why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow. I've never seen him this out of sorts. And I have absolutely nothing to say in comfort because I am so lousy at this. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that! I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it. Evidence from a past case of Edgeworth's, brought back to his office by Gant's request. Unrelated evidence screwdriver added to the court record. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Yeah, but... Hey, what do you think of this? I think it's ugly. Get it out of my fucking sight. I'm not the chief of police. Show that to someone else. I mean, it definitely looks the same. I know you. You've probably got a hold of some information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. Dark suspicions of a demon attorney, even. You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He must be talking about the worst memory of his life. There's really no ambiguity about it. Okay, Edgeworth, let me just pull up a chair. Why don't you tell me all about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. Isn't it interesting how he keeps coming up in this conversation over and over? I'm sure there's no deeper meaning to it, though. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago, too, then. Yes, these are all the very complex emotions of Edgeworth. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not! I didn't touch the evidence! Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... no need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? And the fact that it's like, well, it's not like I can investigate, so why the fuck not? I don't give a shit anymore. It may as well be in the hands of somebody I trust. Recovers fingerprints from handprints for comparison with fingerprint file. Fingerprinting set and fingerprint file received. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. I wonder if I can get any funny dialogue. Nope, guess not. I guess he's not in a funny mood.